Hi guys, hope you're all well. Today I thought I would film for you all a 20 facts about me video, just so you can kind of get to know a little bit more about me, as obviously you don't really know me that well. I've only just started up my channel and I thought it would be a great way for you to get to know me before you carry on watching my channel and get to know me further. So I'm going to jump right in. I bought my first house at 19 with my now husband. We purchased our first property. It was a new build house. We had to wait quite a few months for it to be built, but it was absolutely amazing and I'm so proud of ourselves for actually managing to accomplish that at such a young age. My husband proposed to me in New York City in Central Park. So the trip that we took to New York was actually for my 21st birthday, but 3 days before traveling to New York for my 21st, we actually found out I was pregnant. Depending if you've actually watched any of my other videos, you may or may not know that I actually started vlogging 3 years ago now to document pregnancy and baby updates and shopping hauls and lifestyle things, and life just kind of got in the way and I never really got around to carrying on with it. But now I am back fully in the swing of things and cannot wait to carry on with this and document everything now with my boys going forward, and obviously help you guys out as much as I can with tips and tricks and updates and everything else. So something that I did, which is still a lot of people are amazed by even to this day, is at the age of 17 I actually won a trip to South Africa. Me and my husband both went, and on this trip we actually both swam with great white sharks in the middle of the ocean. It was probably one of the most scariest things I think I've ever done in my whole entire life, but it was definitely amazing, definitely something ticked off the bucket list, and I would 100% recommend that you guys try it out. I have 2 younger sisters and 1 younger brother, so I am the eldest of 4 of us. I am an OCD clean freak. There is nothing that I don't do more than clean and tidy up, and I guess moan and nag about mess as well, because I just cannot stand my house being messy or unorganised, not knowing where things are. And again, I thought this would be great for you guys to watch, because obviously I've got a lot of cleaning videos and cleaning tips and tricks and routines and things like that for you guys to watch, but my husband hates me for it. Again, you may or may not know, but I have just had my second little boy. I have my first son who is 2.5, and I have my second son who is 5 weeks old today. We live in southeast London / Kent, on those borders. However, we would absolutely love, and our dream is to one day move away and kind of move to a nice, quiet, small, villagey town where no one really knows you. It's a little bit more remote. Although I guess if I move into a villagey town, maybe people will know us a little bit more. But yeah, move to a town that's a little bit smaller, well, a lot smaller than kind of the area that we live in now, and be able to kind of go on nice country walks and just kind of have nice fields and everything on our doorstep. Something that you 100% won't know is that at 24 weeks pregnant this time round, I broke my foot. Yes, I broke my foot, and believe it or not, it's still broken now. I'm in the process of going through hospital appointments and lots of other things, which I will give you some updates on in the future. But yeah, not a nice experience. There was quite a few weeks where I couldn't walk, and being pregnant and quite heavily pregnant, it didn't go down well. But yeah. Along with many other women, I guess my biggest fear are spiders, insects, bugs, snakes, anything that crawls or is small, or just anything like that, even things that fly. I now hate moths, butterflies, birds. Ladybirds started it all for me because they somehow managed to get a nest in my old house in my bedroom. But absolutely hate that sort of stuff. I'm not a gardening person. I'm not an outdoorsy type of person at all. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind getting dirty, but when it comes to kind of the animal buggy side of things, not for me. Me and my husband have almost been married a year next month. We actually got married in Santorini. We was looking to get married in the UK, but then decided to kind of pack it all in a year into planning our wedding and decided to get married abroad. And Santorini is an absolutely amazing destination. So stunning. We've been there a couple of times now and I am absolutely in love with the little Greek island. I am an Aries / Taurus. I was born on the 20th of April, which is actually on one of those days which is on the cuff. There are some traits that I guess you could say that I'm 100% following. If you look at the Aries, I'm very stubborn, I'm very kind of clear-minded, I know what I want, but then there are some traits of the Taurus as well that I would definitely follow as well. I think my mum said to me that you can kind of go and get your stars looked at and things like that from the exact time you were born to fully work out what you are, but I'm not sure. So A lot of them I fall either on an Aries on some of the magazines that I read when I'm reading star signs, and Taurus on the other, which is a bit of a nightmare, but it's alright. My favourite colour is grey. I have loved grey for as long as I can remember now, from the clothes I wear, to the bags I buy, to the way that I style my house. My biggest dreams are to build our own house, to be able to build exactly what we want, the way that we want it, and buy a plot of land and just build up from the floor upwards and just make it exactly how we want would be an absolute dream of mine. Obviously, you can go out and you can buy houses and you can do up houses, but you can only work within those walls and within kind of the provisions that you've got. So to be able to do everything from scratch, from where I want my staircase, how I want my drive to look, what I want to build with, would be absolutely amazing. Another massive dream of mine would be to travel the world. I did have children at 21 and we did settle down quite early. We're buying our first house at 19, and that kind of put a lot of those things on hold for me. But now I've actually realised that what I would love to do is, when the boys get a little bit older, take them out of school for a year or so and actually just travel the world with them whilst they're still young, and me and my husband will get to experience it, and so will the boys. And I think that'd be absolutely amazing, travelling to places like Thailand and travelling around Australia and doing a road trip for America. It would just be a dream of mine. My favourite foods are two, if you're counting meals, I guess. My favourite home cooked meal is a spag bowl. Nothing can beat it. I absolutely loved it. I loved it as a kid growing up, the way that my mum cooked it. Since growing up, I've kind of changed it and made it a little bit more my own, and kind of made it a lot fresher and things like that. And I absolutely love a spaghetti bolognese, so nothing can top that, especially when it comes to garlic bread or dough balls. If I was having a takeaway, my takeaway of choice would have to be a Chinese. Everything from noodles and ribs and just chicken balls and chips and everything. Yeah, definitely me, down to a T, a Chinese. The first concert I ever went to was Shane Ward. I remember it really, really well. I went with my best friend at the time up to the O2 up in London. I was about 14, I think. We went up there and I remember he just won, or not long won, the X Factor. I had his calendar, I had his CDs and albums and everything, and he was just a big fan favourite of mine. My husband still laughs at me today that he was my first, and the fact that I actually still really, really like him, but what are you going to do when you're a teenager? I actually trained as an accountant after I left school. I spent many years training to be an accountant, sat many an exam, and got quite qualified in it, to the point that I was running finance departments until I fell pregnant with my first little boy. I still carried on with my accountancy for about a year or so into it, and then last year said, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. It's way too stressful for me. I want to do something that I really, really enjoy. So packed in my job and went to work for a travel agent. I now absolutely love doing my job. I love talking to people. I love the interaction. I love being able to sell people holidays and plan all their holidays, because I love planning and organising. So for me, being able to do that is an absolute dream. Whilst on the side, I also do wedding planning. I help out other wedding planners and do wedding planning myself. And I'm currently studying a course for that. And eventually my dream is to kind of open up my own wedding planning business and doing events and styling and design. I did all of my own wedding out in Santorini, and it would literally be a dream of mine to carry on doing that and making other people's dreams become a reality for their weddings. My favourite film is Dirty Dancing. And my final fact is that last year, me and my husband went on our honeymoon. We went to Mauritius for our honeymoon. We went without my first son, and obviously I wasn't pregnant at the time. And it was an absolutely amazing honeymoon. We had a lovely time, spent 10 nights out in Mauritius. It was so amazing, stayed at an amazing resort. And I guess the peak point of my honeymoon for me would be our walk with lions, where we got to interact with them and take a walk with them. I remember walking in and there being about 8 or 9 of them. There was quite a few of them, and I just remember being absolutely petrified. We paid for it, and I remember saying to my husband, I'm not doing it, you just go in. And he was like, you paid for it now, you're definitely going in. And I remember being petrified. But again, another one of those things ticked off the bucket list that I can say, Mama did this. So guys, that's my 20 facts about me. I'm sure that's given you a lot more information about me and my life and my kind of dreams, ambitions, my favourite things and things like that. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with you with another video shortly. Thanks, bye!